So our last video got a lot of fucking heat. So I guess we must have said something right. Must have hit a fucking nerve.
Clearly.
Yeah. I just wanted to address Quantum real quick because I guess we didn't really talk about like him kind of at all, and I think everybody assumed we took his side. Yeah. First off, the copyright shit and the fucking him going after Mischief and stuff was a little bit egregious with the copyright claims and stuff. Now, when I saw that happen in the beginning, I was looking at it, and it's like Quantum was being egregious, but Mischief is being a little fucking shit, and I don't give a fuck about Mischief. And he's got what, like 170,000 subscribers now, and he started with 10,000 before Ackman came to his fucking aid, and it's like those are a bunch of sympathy subs. Nobody those are a bunch of fucking sympathy subs. Nobody gives a fuck about Mischief. You guys do not give a fuck about Mischief.
Once a year
drop
goes
that
by,
fucking
nobody's gonna be watching.
Yeah, he's just gonna be making little fucking dumbass montages on his own. Somebody send him this fucking video so he can make one about us, make us famous. Anyway, yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah, nobody cares about him.
Homophobia.
Yeah, Quantum out of line on so many accounts there. The Pulse victim comment was disgusting.
I said I made a comment on that last video. I was talking about the premise of what he was saying.
Yeah, and that was specific to The Last of Us. That had nothing. Not overall. Yeah.
When people go out of their way to fucking say a comment that's critiquing the writing or something about it, and then they go to the racist side or the fucking kill you side, like I'm never ever in support of that, and I don't prove anything. Like we made a video on the Reva thing, and we're just talking about her, but I would never go out of my way to just like make a. It takes another type of person to fucking do that, and you're not an intellectual at all if you drop down to that level when you're doing that shit.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
Anyway, go on.
I don't know. And then the ban evasion thing. Yes, Ackman proved that he is ban evading. We knew that going into the last fucking video. Quite frankly, I just don't give a fuck because YouTube's still allowing Quantum on the platform. Quantum is only going to get banned by YouTube. It's not going to be from other big fucking YouTubers. All right, they're not the arbiter of fucking who gets banned and doesn't. Like I think a lot of you guys are maybe a little dense, maybe a little dumb, to be quite honest. Quite dumb, actually.
Extremely stupid.
You don't understand the optics of this scenario. First off, the guy's black, and you have a bunch of white creators going after him. Let's just get the obvious out of the way. How bad that looks. You clowns know the story really, really well. You have to understand that not everyone knows the story as good as you guys. Not everyone's been following this stupid little petty YouTube drama. Most people don't give a flying fuck about this story, or you guys. And so essentially you have a case where if Quantum was to get banned because the Ackman basically exposed that their TOS isn't being taken seriously, like YouTube's not enforcing their TOS, if that were to happen, it would look like giant creators have power over small creators, and they can essentially get anybody they want banned if they bitch and moan enough. That's how it looks. It doesn't matter if Quantum actually did violate TOS. He did. He probably should be banned. In fact, no, he can be banned, and he probably should be banned. Yeah, definitely. But that's not why YouTube did what they did. And Ackman with the tweets going back at YouTube, I know they were satirical. I read them about him doxing YouTube employees and all that shit. It's like, as a joke, I understand where he's coming from, but listen, you're a giant creator with a giant following, and not even just you, the people around you have giant followings. You don't get to say stupid shit like that.
You've already built up a stupid, dumbass pitchfork mob already. And so, yeah, absolutely, that was a correct response. It doesn't matter if you're being satire. People are taking your satire and running with it.
Yeah,
like when Ackman says, what does he say? Shoot him or whatever. Shoot him on sight. People run with that, and they're fucking thinking about what caliber gun they want to use to kill him.
Yeah,
it's like
the fringe. Not everybody. The fringe is doing that now. Just like I don't think
Ackman ain't saying shit about it, and they're laughing about it the whole fucking time. And he only recently said something was because he got a little bit of ounce of fake humility when YouTube got on his ass, and he's like, all right, don't make it any worse than it is and go after Quantum. He was just doing it to protect himself, but you don't give a shit. You don't give a shit about doing the right thing morally.
Yeah, there was a lot of people in the comments that thought that we were calling everybody racist. No, we're not. We are not those people. We take that extremely like almost as bad as racism is accusing somebody of being a racist wrongfully. I mean, that is extremely bad. We did nothing like that. What I am talking about is what Daniel was essentially just fucking saying just now, which is like the fringe is going to be extremely racist towards this fucking guy. You guys have to understand that. He's getting the full force of it, and then he's getting all the extra fringe fucking racism and bullshit as well. Like, you guys have to understand that stuff comes with with Ackman mobilizing this giant army. The fringe, that 0.01% of people is a lot of fucking people. When his numbers are that big, they're going to be racist towards Quantum, want to dox Quantum and all that shit. Do all the shit that essentially he didn't want Quantum to do to other people. And that's what we're talking about here. It's the fact that as a giant creator like himself, he is held to a higher standard. Ultimately, everyone should be held to the same standard. But I mean, YouTube had to make an example about him, out of him, because you can't be doing that to people. You cannot just and like I said earlier, you guys aren't coming from a management perspective. You guys do not understand optics. This looks like shit. Most people aren't following the story that close. You guys need to understand that. And you guys can bring up all these little things about Quantum and all this shit. Yes, most of you are right about all those things. That's not what we're talking about. And so do I think Quantum should be banned off the platform? Probably, yeah. He broke TOS, he should be banned. But you know what? That's not for us to decide. And we're not just going to fucking harass him into oblivion until it happens. YouTube's got to make that fucking call. So bring it up. Ackman did fine in the first video bringing up, essentially that stuff. But the step further is saying, we're not going to stand for you. Like, we're basically waiting on you to ban him. Like, we're basically trying to force YouTube to ban. Like, you should not be fucking telling YouTube what to do. That is not your fucking place. You do not work at YouTube.
YouTube wrote the terms of service. They get to decide what's right and wrong because they wrote it. And on a fair use thing, they decide what's fair because it's them. They made it for you. Fair use is made for you, but it's not made for you to decide exactly all the gray areas and everything like that. That's just a little thing. And I'm sure he did for the most part. I think most people are right about it not being a big deal. But no, YouTube, going back to the copyright thing, they said he had a valid reason to submit that claim. You guys are wrong because YouTube makes the rules on that. That's because they said it. And so stop that copyright abuse. He's not an abuser anymore. You know why? Because YouTube fucking said he wasn't. You know why that it doesn't matter if you don't agree with it. Yeah, you might be right technically, like would it be I'm not even going to throw you that bone. I don't even think that's correct either. It's like I said.
Listen. I can say that he's being egregious with his copyright claims, but that doesn't it doesn't fucking matter. He can fucking write a claim on this video. He can fucking put it on you guys can all fucking put a claim on this fucking video right now. You guys are all free. It doesn't mean it's going to be honored. And so this is why I think that Ackman in the first place blew this all out of proportion. Because it should creators be doing that? No. Should fucking Quantum get an email and maybe some reprimand for fucking doing this to people? Like, should YouTube say something and do something? Yeah, I think so. And obviously you guys are going to debate, he shouldn't even be on the platform in the first place. Yeah, you're probably right. But again, that's YouTube's call to make, not us. You can bring it up, and I think it should be brought up. You guys are free to do that. That's fine. But you taking it too far is continuously harassing the guy. Like, basically, this is how it is. As long as the guy's on the platform, I don't know if I already said this, but as long as the guy's on the platform, YouTube is saying, basically, you owe him respect as a creator as long as he's on the platform. He is not banned for a reason yet. He might be. We don't know. We don't know what's going to fucking happen. I don't think Ackman's going to be fucking demonetized forever. I don't really think Ackman's going to get banned.
YouTube doesn't want this to happen, by the way. YouTube's not anti-Ackman. They're actually been very respectful. They don't want to do this. This had to be done because you guys went so fucking far.
Yeah, they're not going to... YouTube is looked at... And we're not shilling for fucking YouTube here. Like, Jesus. People that were like, on Quantum's side, like if anything, I was really more of taking YouTube's side, but it's not... And it's not even saying like, okay... anyway, so our last video
we understand why they did it, and I think that You forced their hand. I mean,
if
I'm looking at it from their perspective, I'm like, this is out of hand.
Yeah, and so
we cannot honor we can't honor that horrible way of thinking. We cannot honor the mob mentality. YouTube's the parent. You guys are the spoiled little kids, or one of them spoiled. Ackman's a spoiled little kid. You got the mean freaking asshole Quantum. He pokes fun at Ackman or whatever, or does something, petty or something, a little egregious, whatever you want to do. He's being mean to me, Mom. Please stop him. And then I'm like, I'm getting all my friends and I'm going to go beat him up. It's like, I don't even care if he was wrong to begin with. You're a fucking asshole. Like, what do? They're both wrong. Now they're both, the whole thing's fucked up. And so what do you got to do? Now the thing's so far out of hand, you got to make a decision to just stop the thing. I don't know. You just made it complicated.
Well, who is more important to stop too? I mean, there's a reason they stopped fucking Ackman. It's because he's got a giant following. Mm-hmm. This guy, when you have subscribers in the millions, I mean, you send ripples through the algorithm. I don't even really look shit up on this issue. I'm not like subbed to a lot of these other clowns that talk about him, but even on my front page, there's like 5 or 6 videos all about this bullshit from creators. I don't know who the fuck they are. A bunch of fucking nobodies. By the way, somebody called us a nobody with 1 subscriber. That was really, really funny. Anyway, I mean, ultimately we are nobodies, just like you guys. But I think what's funny is, we have the conviction to put our fucking thoughts out there. All you guys bitching in the comments, writing fucking essays, why don't you make some fucking videos? Why don't you upload some goddamn videos? Remember YouTube responses, Dana? Why don't you guys fucking make some of those? Why don't you fucking get on Adobe, throw some fucking bullshit together, it takes like 5 fucking minutes, and make a fucking response. If you really want your opinion out there, start being creators. Stop being fucking bitchers, all right? You guys are doing nothing but fucking bitching in our comments. And you're free to do that. We allowed it. We think free speech is fucking important, even if you don't agree with us. We have an opinion. You guys have an opinion. That's fine. But I mean, at some level, I think a lot of it crossed the line. It is harassment towards us, but
don't kid yourself.
Whatever.
You know where it becomes fucking stupid, when we all know the watch times on this video, and we all know that you guys are just looking at the title and fucking disliking.
Yeah, I think now our videos normally have 50 to 60% watch time. That's generally pretty fucking good. And on this video, I think it was like 2 or 3 minutes out of the fucking, what was the video, 12 minutes long. It's like, listen, you guys aren't even watching the whole fucking video. You guys don't give a fuck. If you guys actually care, if you guys cared about the issue, you'd probably watch the whole fucking video. Now, some of you did. Some of you didn't say, oh, I did, and you still came to the same conclusion. That's fine. I don't care. But to me, I'm finding it hard to believe that you guys actually really give a fuck about this issue. It really sounds like an echo chamber full of clowns that are just hopping on the bandwagon. I don't really think you guys care. That and somebody, this is really funny. A lot of people were saying we're just doing this to get views. Do you see 1,000 subs under our fucking name there? Do you see that? Okay, dumbass. You know what that means? That means we're not monetized. That means that I don't get any benefit for having a lot of views. I need subscribers to break the threshold. I don't need views. Okay. I'm not getting paid. This is fucking free because we actually do give a fuck. I care enough to do this for free. None of you guys would have
if you guys really did think and have an actual opinion, none of you guys would actually have the guts to fucking
upload something like this. Yeah. None of you guys would have the balls to upload.
Not the people that subscribe to us. You guys are intellectuals. The people that are like these people that just need the crowd to go in order to fucking keep talking about the issue. You guys are weirdos.
These are people that would think that I'm right if I just had like 1 million subs. Like you are the fucking sheep and the NPCs here. You guys are the fucking clowns.
I would never I don't give a fuck.
I don't want any of your subscriptions. I honestly, you guys most of you are just fucking stealing air. Like that's the quite honest truth. And what's funny is if I wanted subscribers, and like I said, I don't need views. I need subscribers to make money. I need to break that 1,000 threshold. If I wanted that, I wouldn't be fucking literally uploading a video that is exactly counter trend to all you fucking NPCs. I wouldn't be doing that if I wanted subs. Okay?
Yeah.
I don't and views don't help me.
Before anything, Ian's first comment was, "Don't let the door hit you on the way out." I was like, because we expected pushback. Obviously, we expected pushback. We don't give a shit because we're after if there's a fucking elephant in the room that needs to be addressed, we're going to address it. And this is a massive elephant. And the bias is outrageous. And don't act like you guys give a shit about transparency. I'm looking at the watch times versus Quantum's videos versus Ackman's, and his is in the millions, and they don't. And what is it? Is it 200,000 maybe on in some of his videos?
Yeah,
You guys
nobody
you guys
cares
don't
about
give a
Quantum.
shit
Nobody
about
cares to
seeing
even
both
listen to the guy.
sides. You don't want to fucking you don't care. You guys are trying to act like you're an unbiased. No, they're not even acting like they're unbiased. Court. There needs to be an unbiased party. YouTube needs to be that, and no, it doesn't need to be the big time creators bullying in mob mentality. It doesn't matter if you're right. That's what you don't understand. It does not fucking matter if you're right. Let's just say you're in a military unit and you're questioning the authority of your officer's orders. It's like that, and they say copyright. He's not a copyright abuser. It's like I don't believe that. That's not fair. What does that do to the YouTube community as a whole if you all are fucking pushbacking against your commander in chief? What the fuck's gonna happen? Is that gonna be a good community or is that gonna be chaos and disorder?
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking think. You get some fucking wisdom.
Yeah. He's rubbed some brain cells together. Ultimately, I mean, I think this will be resolved. I don't think Ackman's fucking going away. You know, I don't know if Quantum's going away or not. I mean, listen, Quantum might get banned, but it's going to be on YouTube's time and on, you know, by YouTube. It's not going to be by anybody else. And if it happens, it's going to make crazy. They're probably never going to ban him because one, like I said, it looks bad. Looks extremely bad. But then if holy shit, if they ban him, then it's like, oh, Ackman's right, and
Ackman's right. Guess what? Guess what happens if somebody's just a little, if somebody offends you just the wrong way? YouTube, go get him. Point the fingers. You guys didn't like the way he was pointing the finger at you with the whole. I'm gonna take everybody down that has my video. Yes, that's fucking ridiculous. We don't want a community like that. We don't want a community like that. But you guys are just doing the same thing back. Whatever you think Quantum's doing to you, you were doing the same thing back. What kind of? You have no integrity. Like you want to act like you have the moral high ground when you're doing that petty shit. When you're doing exactly what you think back, he makes a little comment about Pulse victims saying that they should die or whatever, and we all know he's not going to actually fucking act on that. But you guys are literally calling out his family members and literally
doxing him and doing all this fucking bullshit.
It's like, are you serious? What else we got here? We got fucking racist comments calling
bunch of and this isn't all of you. This isn't all of you, but it's disgusting, and you have to understand that comes with all of you guys piling on and harassing. That's what you guys need to understand. I'm not calling every one of you guys fucking racist. I don't think you guys are. You guys do have a point, but you need to. You do listen. Listen. Ackman was right. He pulled the fucking rug off the shit. He did expose fucking Quantum for ban evasion, but like I said earlier, you guys you need to understand the optics and the repercussions if Quantum really does get banned. Then it looks like any fucking giant YouTuber can get anyone banned. They can make a video about him and try to justify it and be like, oh, like listen, if we're going to go by TOS and all this bullshit, half the people that fucking are in our comments talking shit, you guys would be fucking out of here. You know, I'm sure there's so many things that are crossing lines with harassment and all this shit. I mean, come on.
Absolutely.
Like you guys don't want it. You guys want it to be like the fucking Wild West, all right? You don't want full on TOS to be fucking implemented. Because trust me, most of you guys be fucking gone.
Yeah,
anyway.
All of you guys need to be repercussions for this. Like seriously,
and us included. I mean, fuck. I mean, I'm sure we fucking done
like
shit.
The harassment thing, but
yeah. I mean,
if you want to get really technical about
they can take down anybody for anything and justify it with the TOS because it is fucking vague. You know,
it's very gray, and it puts YouTube in control, and that's what they want. But again, you didn't write the YouTube, and obviously pushing back on the platform against their own platform, saying we're gonna start like you starting a mob against YouTube. And you disagreeing with them, you're using their platform to do it. So that's just what. Of course, they're not.
If you want to be on YouTube, you're gonna have to. It's not just about playing by the rules. A lot of people are playing by the TOS, but it's just like, and it's them not even. You guys think they're not enforcing their own rules, and like I said, you guys are right. But what I would say is you're going to respect them as an authority. If you want to be on this platform, you have to, ultimately, you're just going to have to respect them and trust that they're going to do the right thing and utilize their TOS effectively.
You guys don't
and that's where it ends.
Let's say the ban evasion thing. Let's say there's a favorite YouTube out there. I don't know if this is true. You don't know if this is true, but what happens when you're super hard on somebody, and this happened about, 5 years ago? I found this hilarious because I think one of Quantum videos, he was saying he found some dirt on other people 5 years ago. people
Speak
saying
closer
some
to the
bad
mic.
stuff.
You got to move closer to the mic.
Yeah. Okay. So Quantum found something about like these, all these YouTubers going after him about something happened in the past where it was like they made some really bad negative comments, and they were just like, well, that happened 5 years ago. It was different back then. But then again, like him getting ban evaded, YouTube was different back then too. And so that's just like there's just like so much hypocrisy here. And what I was saying is like, let's just say, what if your favorite YouTuber, what if somebody you really like ban evaded in the past, and now YouTube's got to go back there and account for this because it exposes what it does is it's going to expose something. What we all know is that YouTube isn't necessarily enforcing all the copyright infringement, all that stuff to a T. They are not doing it. One, because they're actually for you more than you realize. They actually don't want to be that petty. They don't want to go after every little thing. And they're not perfect, absolutely. In fact, honestly, usually it's in the favor of big channels. Usually they are in the favor, like PewDiePie, for instance. Like he's so big, he can't fucking fail. Like he absolutely has said racist things before, but no, they're not going to take him down just because of that. He's too big. He's giving him too money. At the end of the day, it's all about money. That's all anybody cares about.
Anyway, yeah. You guys are free to have an opinion. We had our opinion, got fucking ratioed for it. I don't give a fuck. To me, I think it's a giant echo chamber. I think a lot of people came from Ackman and the other giant creators. I mean, listen, they have a giant fucking following. I mean, you guys are fucking everything. I'm not. And you know what the funny thing is about this whole thing is like, I think you guys just like missed the point and didn't understand the scope of everything. You guys knew all the little fucking facts. You guys knew all the fucking little, ins and outs of the stories and what happened as this YouTube drama unfolded. But you're not looking, like I said, you weren't looking at this from YouTube's perspective critically. You weren't thinking about it. And like was in the last video I titled it, YouTube made the right call. Okay, that I don't know if they made the right call in terms of demonetizing the Ackman. I think that's better than banning
I think he
him.
needed a suspension. Something.
I don't think there is a suspension. But I think the reason they demonetize him, one, it hurts him financially, and then they can get control of him. And then also, he's not just like suspended. I mean, where the channel's just gone, you don't know where he went. No, he's still able to talk to you guys through the community tab and all that stuff. I mean, they really didn't. It looks bad, like you guys are all up in arms about it, but it's like he's still here. I mean,
they don't want him off the platform.
They don't want him off either, and so
you guys
I don't
really
think
fucked up if they have to do it, and they had to do it. That's all my own point.
Yeah, he might get banned because all you guys fucking harassing people. I mean, to be quite honest,
if you want him to you want to actually get something done, shut the fuck up. You know what? Literally, you want something to actually happen. I mean, literally, if Ackman just did like
let them deal with it. I'm telling you, life will go on. YouTube will figure it out. Everybody's gonna be okay. Jesus Christ, don't fucking come at us so hard for just having a fucking opinion on it.
This is the funny part because this mentality, this is like that whole age-old like. Just I thought we moved past this. I thought the whole reason we live in this world, and then in a perfect world, America would be really good. This democracy would be good. But this is like old time thinking. This is that mob mentality, like Salem witch trials and fucking race and like whipping slaves. It's like when people think they're above somebody else in morally or whatever, and they think this person deserves this. Yeah, that's where things get really dangerous. This is where we get back to the old kings and queen days. It's like you don't know what you're gonna get with each king, and one guy might be a complete asshole, and the next one. Like I thought we moved past this. When you're doing that, when you're Ackman basically becomes your king, and you get to and you mobilize based on whatever he does, and he might be 100% right, but he also might be. There needs to be an unbiased party. Like that just has to happen. And you guys are extremely biased. And you don't understand how to make good decisions.
Yep. Anyway, yeah, it's been an absolute fucking shit show on YouTube. I mean, come on, guys, let's clean this up. Let's be respectful. Let's fucking tone it down a fucking notch.
Yeah.
And listen, we're coming out hard here. I'm not gonna pull punches on my end because I mean we've been fucking harassed and ratioed into oblivion like that.
I don't give a shit about that.
I don't give a fuck about that either.
You guys before any of that, I don't care.
And not all of you guys, just the Elden Ring fans.
No, I'm not.
No.
Hold on. Let me. Yeah, Elden Ring fans, I don't give a fuck about. And genuine fans, I care about. The genuine fans aren't making those problems. And genuine Ackman, I'm not saying I hate everybody that likes Ackman. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying I hate everybody that agrees with Ackman. I'm talking about the people who like Quantum deserves wrath of just everybody on him and just like when
needs
you're doing
to be
this,
banned.
when
you
you're
know,
doing,
entirely. It's like
when you're doing the same thing that he's doing to you. Okay, you just fucking throw out any right you had to do anything, any morality, and then you thought you were better. You were no better than.
yeah. So we're done with this topic. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna do my part to not bring this up. Stir the fucking pot any fucking more. It needs to be addressed once or maybe twice and no fucking further. So, and I think you guys in the community that are a bunch of fucking haters and, you know, bunch of NPCs going around fucking harassing everybody, just zip it, drop it. You don't care that much, I promise. And it'll get resolved. Let YouTube do their fucking thing.
How do we turn off notifications?